actually 3 in the morning right now in Auckland, New Zealand. And honestly, I was so excited to do this with you because it's such an exciting time, what's happening around the world and in our own individual personal lives as we navigate our way through this 7 universal year of 2023. And it doesn't matter what time it is, whether it's 3 in the morning, doesn't matter. I'm just so excited to let you know what's going on. So you have an understanding of what's happening in the world around you, but also for you personally and individually for this month. So let's begin by me giving you a bit of an introduction, as I always do, to 2023 itself, the 7 universal year, because that influences every single one of us. And it's called the universal year number, 2023, which is a 7 universal year. And how we get that 7 universal year is we're adding up all the digits in 2023. So 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 3 is 7. That's how we get a 7 universal year number. And alongside the universal year number and what it means that influences everybody on the planet, we also have in combination with that our own individual personal year number. And our personal year number, I'll show you how to calculate that very soon. So just hang in there and we're going to combine both of those forecasts. Well, I'm going to combine both of those forecasts for you so you don't have to do any work. I'll do the heavy lifting. Oh, hello, Patty. How are you from New Hampshire? Oh, that's a beautiful state. That's beautiful. Lisa. Hi, Lisa. I love it when I know you guys are out there. It's 4 p.m. UK time, Vicky. I know. Gosh, I'd rather 4 p.m. sounds good to me. Hey, Susan Lander, my friend from America. We met many years ago through Hay House. I met her in New York many years ago. But thanks so much for reaching out in your comments and for engaging in this conversation today, because it makes me feel like I'm there with you and I'm not just alone in my office in the middle of the other side of the world. We're in this together. So let's talk about that 7 universal year number. Hey from Ottawa. Hey to you in Ottawa. Okay, so the 7 universal year number, what does it mean? Well, it's really, really important, guys, because if you haven't already noticed, these are some pretty incredible times that we're living in right now. And the world and the planet has been building and building and building for so long to get to this point. And now we're in like the big leagues. So what does this mean? It means that the 7 universal year is a year of transformation and truth. So on one level, what happens in the macro happens in the micro. So what's happening globally is it's like we've got all this beautiful, powerful celestial light shining down on the shadows, shining down on the darkness, and exposing the truth of what's really going on in the world around us. And that can be a pretty uncomfortable thing. It all just depends on where we're all at in our own individual journeys. Some people are awake and aware and have been waiting for this time to come so we can finally start to make some positive changes moving forward for humanity and for planet Earth itself by exposing the truth and knowing what we're dealing with so that we can start to make progress in a more positive direction. And those people that are awake and aware, it's no surprise. And so we're able to glide through that transition kind of easily, and it's kind of exciting. But everyone's at a different stage of that journey of awareness and awakening. And so some people, it's very uncomfortable. It's shocking. It's terrifying. It's uncertain. But what I can say to you, wherever you are on that journey, wherever you fall in your level of awareness and understanding of what's going on, whether it's, I know what you're talking about, Michelle, I'm fully awake and aware, and let's get on with the show, let's get the show on the road, it's an exciting time, or whether you're like, what the heck is going on? Everything's upside down. The world's gone crazy. I'm uncertain. I'm afraid. I'm worried about whether I can pay my power bill or not. You know, it's pretty mad out there, but it doesn't matter where you are on that journey. I have to tell you, the light is shining bright and we are already through to the other side in another in another dimension. It's like we've just got to let it catch up in the 3D physical world, if you get what I mean. So we've already won. We're already manifesting a much better present and future. It's just that we have to catch up with that. And we have to not drop the ball. We have to stay on top of our game. And how do we do that? How do we get to the other side where all the good stuff is sooner? By maintaining a high vibration, by keeping ourselves in alignment. And how do we keep ourselves in alignment? And how do we have a high vibration? Through our thoughts and how we think and how we perceive ourselves, how we perceive life, how we perceive the world around us, and how we perceive the people around us. That's how we have to be very, very closely monitoring, especially in the 7 universal year, where everything's under a microscope. We have to really be engaged in the process of monitoring what we're thinking, what we're feeling, and are we correctly perceiving things from the right, the right framework? Because we also have programs that we play out as human beings. And sometimes we're viewing life through a filter of our program. And sometimes that program's distorted. But now's the time that we're able to, thank goodness, because of the 7 universal year, where light is shining down on the shadows. And that's not just the shadows and the corruption of the world and all the sort of crazy going on there globally, but it's the shadows, our own personal shadows, our own programs, our own areas of our personality where the light needs to be shining down upon to expose those areas that need a bit of work. And we've all got them. It doesn't matter how spiritual you are, how positive you are, how good a person you are. We're all going to have issues to deal with. We're always going to be we're all going to be a work in progress. And just when you think you're at the top of the mountain and you've got it all down pat and you're all under control in a consistent high vibration, something can come from left field and shake us up and put us back on that track of being able to try and restabilize. And that's interesting because that's what June is about. So the 7 universal year is about us doing the work. It's about transformation. It's about us going within, finding that side and that personal development, that self-understanding, self-examination, so that we can become aware of what we need to work on, so that we can make those shifts and adjustments and be a more transformed and a higher frequency. So as you can see, as I go through this forecast, I'm going to point out your own individual personal year and personal month forecast for June 2023. But the 7 universal year is the foundation. It sets the tone for all of us, okay? So with that 7, it's saying discover your spiritual truth, amplify, grow, expand your relationship with source energy. Study, learn, meditate, pray, spend time in nature, mindfulness, breath work, tapping, EFT. If you're panicking, you're anxious, you've got fears, worries, doubts, issues that you've got to get through, you don't have to do it completely on your own. You've got an army of angels. You've got a team of guides and spirit guides, ascended masters, great beings and powers of light. You've got all this assistance all around you and your own higher self, your own highest self, the best that you can possibly be, just sitting there waiting to assist you through this, helping your human self to become the best that you can be and get through this journey so that they can do all the heavy lifting for you and you don't have to do it all on your own. So call it in. Call that assistance in. You can do it really easily. You can literally just say it out loud. Hey guys, please come and help me. I'm feeling really uncertain and afraid. Or please help me. I'm battling with this judgment issue. I can't forgive someone. I can't get through this issue that I'm dealing with somebody at work, or the neighbors are driving me crazy, or I can't seem to forgive a family member for something they did, or whatever it is. And we've all got things we're working on. And the 7 universal year, the light will shine down on our shadows. We've got shadow work to do. And that's okay. That's normal. And that's kind of what's happening, is it's saying, work on ourselves, our personal growth, our self-improvement, and expand our spiritual development and our relationship with source energy and our team of helpers, because that lays the foundation that's going to help us get through these crazy times that we're in globally. That can be exciting, but crazy times. Okay. So let's have a look at the universal month number for June 2023. So what we do is we get the 7 universal year, and we're going to add that 7 to 6, because 6 is what the number for June. All right. 7 for the universal year, 6 for June. 7 and 6 is 13. All right. So it's a 13, and we always add double numbers together to get a single digit number. 1 plus 3 is 4. Okay. So in other words, it's a 4 universal month. That is actually a 13-4 before we break it down to a 4, which is about sort of, death and rebirth and rebuilding ourselves up and creating a solid foundation. And the 4, regardless of whatever kind of 4 it is, whether it's a 13-4, a 22-4, a 31-4, a 44, doesn't matter. The 4 in this month of June 2023 is asking us to put effort in. Effort is required, okay? It's not just going to come to us. We've got to put effort in to do whatever needs to be done within our own personal lives or in the world around us to create what we want moving forward, all right? To create a solid foundation, a positive, solid foundation that will stand the test of time. Okay, and we've got to work for it. It's not just going to come to us. We've got to work. How do we do this? We have the right attitude to start off with. We have to believe that we are all good. All is well in our world. I'm in the right place at the right time. Opportunities come to me. Solutions to problems appear. Things just work out for me. No matter how hard it is right now, I know everything's going to be okay. I'm on my way to being where I want to be. It's the mindset. It's the attitude, that optimistic, dedicated, committed, consistent attitude of fortitude, strength, courage, stability. And that's what that 4 and that month of June, the month of June that we're in now, is all about. And what do we need to do? So this is a question we've got to ask ourselves individually this month. What do I need to restabilize within myself? Or what do I need to work on within myself or within my life or in my world to create the foundation I need to move forward? Okay, so that I can overcome anything that comes my way. Okay, so some people, what's required is a strong foundation and effort put in to creating a more healthy physical body. All right, so some people might need to pay extra attention to their diet, to exercising, to living a more healthier life. Other people, it might be, in order for me to create stability moving forward so that I can overcome anything that comes my way, I need to create a solid foundation and put effort in to my career, effort into my business, effort into managing my finances and budgeting, and not overspending or wasting money on things that I don't really need. And then you may have some other people I've got to put effort in, to physically working on the house, the home that we live in. It needs renovating. It needs work. We've got to create some literally solid foundations through building. Everybody's life is different. Everybody's circumstances are different. And so this month is saying, do whatever you have to do to get everything where it needs to be, but know that you put the effort in and the rewards are there. Keywords for this month are, let's have a look here, using a step-by-step process. So it's not always, when we're in a 4 energy, it's not always about a quick fix. It's not always about just winging it and hoping that things work out. It's about planning. It's about organizing, having structures in place, having systems in place, and using a step-by-step process to achieve the end result. And take your time. It's okay. The main thing is to be positive, to be persistent, and to be patient. The 3 Ps. Oh, I like that. I made that up just then. Patience, persistence, and positivity is what is needed. And not only for this 4-month of June 2023, for life in general. Okay, because we are manifesting big time. The energies that are shining down upon us these days are powerful. We can manifest things in half the time that we would have in the past. And also, I want to also throw in there, especially in the 7 universal year of spiritual awakening for many people, don't lose hope for people in your life, friends, partners, family members that seem to be asleep. Because we are in energies now, and not just this year, but also the next few years moving forward from now on, where people can have instantaneous awakenings. Honestly, like, don't lose hope. And some of those people that you thought were a lost cause, okay, hang in there, be positive, and send them love and light. So let's take a look now at calculating your own personal year number for 2023. Now, many of you already know it because you've been following me for a while. For those who don't already follow me, I have a free monthly forecast newsletter that comes out each month. And there's also special offers and deals. I often do like half price numerology readings or discounts off my readings. I obviously do personal readings for people all over the world. My prices are extremely affordable. I've brought them right down because I know there's a lot of people in the world that are struggling financially. And I don't want it to be a burden, but I know that if you need the help, let me know on my website. But you can sign up to my newsletter, and the link is in the comments of this thread. And also, I'm giving away 5 free reports, numerology reports of your whole chart, and a 12-month forecast of your next 12 months. It's about 27 pages from your birth certificate name, your date of birth, and the name you use today. So if you sign up to the newsletter, even if you've already got the newsletter, you already are signed up, then message me directly through my website and say, Michelle, I'm already signed up, but I want to go in the draw. And I'll be drawing 5 people. So check your inbox and check your junk mail too. Because if you win, you want to be able to get that email from me, okay? And it might land and end up in your spam email or your junk mail. All right, now let's get down to business. So your personal year number, you're gonna add the day and month of your birth date to number 7. And why number 7? Because 2023 is a 7. So, and the calculation method is in the link as well in the comments. For those that want to click on to that link in the comments and then go straight to my website, it'll take you to the page that shows you in a written form how to calculate this, because some people aren't good with verbal instructions. They're much better with handwritten instructions or typed out information. You can get that in the link there. So here we go. We're going to add the day and month of your birth date to number 7. I'll use the birth date March 28th. We would go 3 plus 2 plus 8 plus 7. All right. Now you're going to get some people get a double-digit answer. In that example, the March the 28th plus 7 comes to 20. And then we add any double-digit numbers together to get a single number between 1 and 9. So in this example, 20 is 2 plus 0 equals 2. So let's use another example, the 14th of July. So we would go with the 14th of July and we add that to 7. So 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 7 is 12. And then we're adding it to another 7. 12 and 7 is 19. We've got a double number here. Let's add those double numbers together for 19. 1 and 9 is 10. Oh, we've got to add it together one more time because we need a single number between 1 and 9. So with 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1. All right. So you can always refer back to the recording of this if you get lost or you didn't quite catch it, and go to the playback and watch the playback so you can do it again and then catch up later if you need to. All right. So let's go with some of these forecasts, and some of the what numbers everybody's in. So for those that are in a 1 personal year, this whole year for you is a new beginning. All right. A fresh start. Your life and your higher self is encouraging you to create a new you, to reinvent yourself, to create this is a whole new 9-year cycle now. So you've got a whole 9 years ahead of you. And it's about, who do you want to be? What do you want to create? What do you want to attract in your life? What do you want to begin? What do you want to launch? What do you want to do differently moving forward? And that's the grand theme of your entire year. But you have a different additional theme with your personal month number each month that adds another layer to that 1 year of new beginnings and new opportunities, and you being more in charge of yourself, more independent, more courageous, more sort of pioneering, and not being so afraid about what other people think, and being more sort of, independent and walking to the beat of your own drum. And for the month of June, you're in a 7-month with that one. And that, of course, amplifies the fact that it's a 7 universal year. So this really is an important year for you to really knuckle down and really work on your relationship with yourself. All right. Know yourself like the back of your hand. What is it that holds you back? What are those sort of parts of your personality or your mindset or limiting beliefs or sort of triggers that are holding you back from being fully happy, or from being fully positive, or from fully trusting that all is well in your world? Work on those things. It's a month where you want to spend some quiet time alone. And the reason that it's important to spend quiet time alone, especially quiet time away from distractions, away from the hustle and bustle of life, is that's where you can hear the voice of your soul. That's when your soul and your inner calling is connecting with you. And it's in the quiet time alone and in meditation, guys, that we receive divine guidance, inspired information from source, or from our higher self, from our guides, or whoever we're working with. This is where it filters into our conscious mind and our awareness, because we're still and we're silent. And that's why that's so important, is because it's where we hear the voice of our higher self, and our soul is communicating with us. And it's giving us answers. It's giving us information that's really going to help make our life better. So why would we not want that? So make time, put some time aside for some quiet time alone. Great month also for studying and learning. So you're in this 1 year of new beginnings. What if there's something that you haven't, some of you've got to still keep learning? This is the month to be learning it, perfect yourself, to become a specialist. So, that studying and learning is really important this month for you. Now, I've got my second book here, Numerology Made Easy, which I recently recorded the audio book for, which will be available soon. But I'm going to go in here because one of the awesome things about this book is it gives some tips as to what you can expect as a little checklist for you for this year or this month. So here we go. Here's a little checklist for you. Adopt a spiritual practice. I've mentioned that. Spend time alone, quiet time, mentioned that. Take up meditation or increase your meditation. Yoga, EFT tapping if you're stressed out, breath work, mindfulness, Qigong. All these sort of practices are really going to help you this month. So if you're already doing it, do it more. And if you haven't started yet, take something or some of these things up. Spend time in nature. Let go and let God. Honestly, that one's huge. I trust that. And take the problems from me, God. Take the problems from me, Archangel Michael, or my spirit guides, or Saint Germain, or whoever you were working with, or the team that you're working with. Take the heavy lifting away from me, so that all I have to do is maintain a high vibration, knowing that all is well in my world. Improve your health. Get a health check for those that need to look at their health and well-being, and get some more exercise. All right. There's other things in here, but there's too many of them to talk about, and I'll get in trouble because I'll be here for 2 hours if I do that. So let's have a look now. Personal year number 2. You guys are in a year where it's kind of about a lot of things being done behind the scenes for you. This is a year where, emotions may come to the surface that need to be recognized and understood. So some people in a 2-year can feel hypersensitive. Oh, you're in a 2-year. That's right, Susan. So am I, because we're always in the same personal year, you and I. And so the 2 year is really good for enhanced intuition, though. Really good year to be in if you are working on developing your spiritual, your psychic abilities, you want to connect with source energy, or you want to be more, able to do more intuitive readings or healings. You're hypersensitive. On the challenging side, though, it can amplify our human emotions. And so therefore you may feel a bit oversensitive. You might overreact to things. You might wonder, what's happened to me? The amount of clients I have that have readings in a 2-year and think they're losing their mind because they're all emotional and just they can't seem to, feel like they're a bit too down. They can get down, but you can also amplify that emotion in a positive vibration and feel like you're living, like you're high. You can feel like you're spiritually on a spiritual high. But the main thing is to know that you guys are in an 8-month for June, because you're in a 2-year. June is a 6. 2 plus 6 is 8. So you're in an 8 personal month with your 2-year. An 8 personal month, not a year. And that 8 month is saying reclaim your personal power over anything or anyone that makes you feel disempowered. So be courageous, be strong, overcome your fears. Look at what you're afraid of. Look at what frightens you and face it head on this month. Have it, reduce it. Don't let it hold any power over you, is what I'm trying to say. Don't let it disempower you. Confront it. Really look it in the eye and say, why am I so afraid of this? And why do I feel that way? And sort of look at that. Also a great month to focus on money, business, and career. There could be career opportunities for you to increase your finances, or even spend more, because it's a money number 8. So, you can spend more, you can make more, you can lose, win. It's just, goes up and down. It's also a very karmic number 8. And so for this month, it's about having integrity. You should at all times anyway, because the universe always knows what we're up to. Be honest, hardworking, have integrity, do the right thing. All right. Also take care of any legal matters, any sort of business matters, budget your finances, and look at any changes you might want to make in your career. I'm just going to sort of find the checklist here. So let's go through here and I'll give you a couple of things I haven't already mentioned. Some people may want to change their jobs, get a new career, or changes within their existing job. Adopt an attitude of abundance. Number 8 is a number of manifestation and the law of attraction. So you really want to know about the law of attraction and the manifestation, skills and abilities like the back of your hand. Abraham Hicks, everybody knows that they are the best in terms of teaching law of attraction. You can watch videos of theirs for free on YouTube. And of course, always whenever I talk about number 8, my favorite book, with Sandra Ann Taylor, Quantum Success. It's a Hay House book, and it is incredible in terms of teaching some of the manifestation tips with the law of attraction process. Reclaim your personal power, build your career, work. I've said everything. That's how good I am as a numerologist. I've memorized it all. I mean, I did write the book, so there's everything I was going to read out to you, I've already told you. So let's move on now to personal year number 3. You guys, this is a year where, there are many things going on. One is that 3 is a very creative number, and it's very creative in terms of manifestation. So you are in a very powerful cycle of manifestation. And as you express yourself through communication, which everything you say, by the way, is an affirmation. And in this 3 cycle, it's really important that you understand that, because everything you're saying, you're creating. So it's about learning to say the positive affirmations of what you want to express yourself. For example, I'm going through a challenging time right now, but it's already working out for me. Things are getting better by the day. You see what I mean? So if you have to express yourself and complain about something, make sure you tag on the end of it, but I'm working my way through, or it's getting better for me, or I'm going to be okay, or everything's going to work out. So that everyone has to moan and complain. That's what we do. We're human, and it's good. It's okay. It feels good to get it out. But just make sure that you put that tag on the end of it, if all is well in my world. All right. Also to know that this is a year where you're learning how to be more positive. All right. See the glass half full. Number 3 is a number of joy. And so you're learning how to feel good. You're learning how to put deliberate attention on doing things that make you feel better, rather than dwelling on what makes you feel unhappy. All right. Now, for the month of June, it's a 6 with a 3. So you're in a 9 personal month for June. And that 9 is about out with the old to make way for the new. It's a number of endings, completion, transformation. It's about letting go of the past, letting go of what you can't seem to overcome. Try your best to just release it. Hand it over to the universe. Hand it over to Archangel Michael. Hand it over to source energy and say, take this from me. I'm sick of carrying it around. It's weighing me down. It's lowering my vibration. Because don't forget, it's all about raising your vibration. And so for that 9 month that you're in for June, it's about looking at you have a look at your life and what is it you're ready to let go of? What have you outgrown? For some people, it might be a friendship you might have outgrown. Someone else, it could be a job. I'm ready to leave this job. I'm ready for something new. And someone else, it could be, I'm ready to let go of this bad habit. I'm not going to drink as much anymore. I'm going to quit drinking, or I'm going to give up sugar. Everyone's life is different, but be on the lookout for out with the old to make way for the new, because there's new opportunities coming for you, but they can't come until you've released what needs to be released. And so have a look and evaluate this month. What am I ready to move away from? What have I grown out of, so that I can have some fresh new energies coming to me? Better things, out with the old to make way for the new. So let's move on now to personal year. Oh, well, actually, let me do my checklist here in the book and see if there's anything I've forgotten. Let's have a look. Another thing about the 9 is it's about humanitarianism. So working for a cause, or supporting a cause, or being there for someone or something that needs your help. It's about, what can I give? How can I be of assistance here? How can I be of service? Talked about that, tying up loose ends, resolving any outstanding conflicts, and healing any outstanding emotional wounds. Because in order for you to move forward into a higher vibration, you need to tidy up what needs to be fixed, all right, and healed and resolved. So we're going to move on now to personal year number 4, and you guys are in a 4-year, and you're in a 1 month for June, because 4 plus 6 for June is 10, 1 plus 0 is 1. So let's take a look at that 4-year to begin with, and then sort of move on from there. So the 4-year is it's like we were talking about earlier when I was talking about the 4 universal month. So the 4 personal year is exactly the same vibration. It's about this whole year. It's about you building a solid foundation within yourself and around you, in your world and in your life, so that it's stable and it's secure. All right. So whatever is not working, or whatever's on a fault line, built on a fault line that sort of needs repairing, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a bad habit, whether it's a career that needs building, maybe you need some more training, maybe you need to be, creating a budget and saving your money and being more, not spending so much, or just having more self-discipline in your mindset, that you really have to be really disciplined within yourself to be more positive and to not let yourself, dramatize everything and get carried away in a negative way. But the 4 year that you're in, it's about doing the work and creating a solid foundation through effort, and using a step-by-step process over time to get yourself and your life where you want it and need it to be. All right. And be patient. And there'll be obstacles, and there'll be delays, and there'll be challenges. But when you're persistent, and when you're patient, and you're positive, you will get through, and the rewards will be there for you on the other side. So remember that. Now you're in a 1 month for June. And what is that 1 month about? It's about new beginnings, fresh new beginnings, something new to begin. Have you got a project that you want to start? Have you got an idea that you want to start working on? Maybe you're waiting for an idea because you want to move forward with something, but there's a piece of the puzzle missing and you don't know what it is. Well, this is the vibration where it's coming. So your job is to believe, I don't know how, I don't know when, I don't know what it is, but it's coming. It's coming to me now. It's already here. Thank you, universe, for the next logical step to take. Now I know where I'm going. Be positive and know that new ideas are coming. New opportunities are coming. A fresh new outlook is coming. So you can have solutions to ongoing problems that you've had for years and never known how to get your way through, but now it will come. It's a very positive vibration. It's very fast moving. It's action orientated. So this is definitely a month for you to take action. All right. Get off your butt, get off the couch and get out there and do what needs to be done. Be brave, be courageous, and sort of take action. Be in the driver's seat of life. So let's just see on the little checklist here for you guys for the one. Let's have a little look here. Here we go. All right, let's have a look. Oh, get in the driver's seat of your life and move forward. I said that one. Be proactive and take action. Said that. Focus on self-improvement. Be independent and self-reliant. So it is an energy where it's about you being in control of you, all right? And not worrying about what anyone else says and not waiting around for anybody else to join you, to say, you know what, I know I need to move forward with this and I can't wait for anyone else. I know I have to do it for me. And you take action and be independent and be courageous. It says, manifest your dreams into reality. It is a manifestation vibration. It's action orientated and it's forward moving. You've got a green light, so take it and move forward. All right. All right. We've got personal year number 5 now. And the 5 year is all about change, to be honest with you. So the 5 year, if you think about it, is, we've got the 1 year is a new beginning. The 9 year is a year of endings. Well, the 5 year is right in the middle. So the 5 year is halfway through a 9 year cycle. So it's where life says, let's shake things up. Let's change the playing field. And so some people in a 5 year will literally have change thrown in their lap. Like it'll just be forced upon them. They didn't see it coming. It changes everything. Everything's upside down. That can be really exciting, really charismatic and adventurous. So it can be a really good thing. And then you can have other people that are deliberately making changes. And that's awesome too. And then you can have other people that should be making changes, but aren't. They're procrastinating. And I'm here to tell you that this 5 year that you're in is saying, life is saying to you, the universe is saying to you, take steps to make change. Move forward. Don't be afraid. You got this. You can do this. Change is good. You will be okay on the other side. The main thing to know this year is to be flexible, adaptable, go with the flow, learn to pivot. If life sends you a curveball, you curve with it. All right. Don't let it bring you down. You just have the right attitude. You're going to be fine. But it's a great year also for adventure, excitement, holidays, vacations, doing new things. All right. And you also have to be extra disciplined this month because the 5 can be a very, what can I say? Likes to be a bit naughty sometimes. It likes to do the most adventurous, exciting thing, and it may not be responsible. So be aware of that in yourself and other people you may know that are in a 5 year. Sometimes they can do crazy things, but that can be a good thing sometimes too. So let's have a look at your checklist for the 5. And we've got here, where the heck is it? Travel or go on vacation. Well, I said that one, didn't I, already? Be social and connect with others. That's a really good one as well. It's also about getting out and being a mover and a shaker, okay, and being known, like not holding yourself and monitoring your opinions. Well, obviously you've got to be smart about what you say, but what I guess I'm trying to say is to feel free enough to be yourself and to speak freely and confidently, to not feel that you have to censor yourself too much. Obviously you be smart and you be wise and conscientious and respectful and diplomatic, but it's like being confident enough. And the 5 is a number of freedom. So having freedom to feel good about yourself. You're free from all of the self-consciousness, free from lack of self-esteem, free from worries and doubts and insecurities, you see. It's about daring to believe that you are just exactly perfect as you are and having the freedom to be and express yourself truly and authentically. That's what I love about that. So let's have a look. Some people may move in a 5, and that could be moving jobs, moving home. And there I said be fun and adventurous, experience some new things, change jobs or career. Advertise and promote yourself as a bit of a mover and a shaker. So, yep, there's a whole of a lot of other ones in there. See them all there? And they're in the book, but I've covered pretty much most of them. So we're moving on now to number 6 already. Oh, sorry, no, let's go back to number 5. You'll have to excuse me. I'm not quite with it today because it is 3:40 in the morning for me. So my brain's not quite as on top of things as it normally would be. I forgot to say in the 5 year, you're in a 2 personal month. And that 2 month is about increasing your intuition. It's going to make you more sensitive. It's going to make you more intuitive. So it's a great month for you to do any sort of spiritual development workshops or to dig out your oracle cards and do some extra readings and really trust your intuition, because it's heightened in this month for you, because it's not just a 2 month, you're in an 11-2 month for June 2023. So also the 2 for you this month for June is about learning how to be more cooperative and to get along with others and sort of try and be more understanding of other people, I guess I'm trying to say, and be more diplomatic. It's not what you say, but how you say it. Be aware of how things are from another person's point of view as opposed to only your own. It's a month where also it's a time to deal with any repressed emotions that might come up. Do some self-development work. It's also a month where you want to get closer and have stronger bonds with people. So you might want to, spend more time with your kids, or, do some things just one-on-one with your partner. Go on a date night. Do some bonding, talking about old past times and stuff, and loving everything you're saying, Michelle. It resonates with me. Oh, thank you, Liz. That means a lot. And I love that we're interacting, because then I don't feel like it's just me talking to my computer. Love this. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. And thank you, Maura. I really appreciate that. Thank you. So yeah, honestly, just love yourself. Self-love is really important in that 2 month, because, sometimes we can feel a bit insecure and a bit unstable within ourselves sometimes. So hang in there and make the most of that energy and, meditate a bit more and get into your spiritual development. Absolutely, for June. So let's have a look now. We're in the 6th year. And the 6th year is basically, this is a year where you're going to focus on the relationships in your life, okay? So it's about the people in your world. And it can be close relationships with family and friends and sort of people that you're around all the time. But it's also people in your colleagues at work. It can be neighbors. It can be people in the community. And it can be people with clients. If you have clients that you're dealing with, especially with it being a 6th year, if you are in a job or a role where you are offering a service and you're connecting with people and giving them a service, especially if you're assisting them in a meaningful way, it's a really important year. You can do some really good work in a 6th year, but it's also a year to be looking at the relationships in your life and looking at the role that you play in some of the challenging aspects of it, and how you can improve your mindset, how you can improve the way that you interact with these people and the way that you are more cooperative, but also being aware with the 6 to not accept any behavior that really is inappropriate. So it's also about you learning to reclaim your personal power and not allowing yourself to be treated in a way that's detrimental to you. Okay, to be able to say, hang on a minute, I'm worth more than that, and I don't accept being treated that way. And standing up and being a bit more assertive for yourself. The 6 is also about, learning not to overhelp, learning to find the balance between assisting and enabling, being helpful, but not overhelping, helping people with their life, but not fixing and solving everything for them. The 6 energy wants everything to be just right, but sometimes it can do all the heavy lifting for everybody and they around them. And the people that need the assistance aren't learning how to help themselves. Okay. And so know that it's a year where you focus on the relationships all through this year, but also your relationship with yourself. But for this month, you're in a 3 month for June. And that 3 is about you learning to communicate more effectively, because we've got relationships and people. We've got 3, which is communication and creativity. So it's about communicating more effectively. All right. If you've got to have those conversations to get things off your chest, or even just to tell someone how you feel about them, be open and say, I'm so glad you're in my life. Thank you so much. As awkward as it may seem, it doesn't matter. It's a beautiful thing. Get over that awkwardness and speak your truth. Or if you've got something awkward that needs to be said in a challenging way, have the courage to say it, because this is that 3 energy about communication with people and relationships and expressing yourself. Okay. And it's about getting things off your chest, but saying it in a very diplomatic, positive, kind way. But it still needs to be said. Now, if you have trouble with saying things directly, you can always write it down. You can always send an email, or you can write something down and read from what you've written down so that you get the words exactly right when you're having a face-to-face conversation. I've done that in the past myself, and I tell my kids to do it, and I tell my clients to do it. If you've got something that needs to be said, but you're afraid, and when it comes to the crunch and you're in front of someone, you forget it and it all goes out the window because you forget everything, or you get it all mixed up, or it doesn't quite come out right. Write it down. And don't feel embarrassed about reading something or reading it out. Who cares? It's more important that you say what you need to say and that it's received in the correct way, rather than being a bit embarrassed. But the 3-month for you also, this is really important, guys. Have as much fun as you possibly can, all right? Go out of your way to do whatever feels good, all right? Go out of your way and have more fun. Find some joy, especially in your relationships. And so basically, for the month of for your month for June, it's about having more fun and getting out there and being social, okay? Doing things that are fun, whether it's going out with some friends and having a bit of a get together, or having a dinner party, or going and watching a comedy somewhere, or sitting at home with some friends and watching reruns of Friends. It really doesn't matter, but joy is a really important part of the equation this month. So I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 7. Now, you guys always have the same forecast as a universal year number, okay? So as you've heard me say throughout this whole year, this year for 7, and for you, for your month and your year, it's about you reclaiming your spiritual connection. If you've already been on the spiritual path, now is a time to really solidify that, to make it stronger, to put more energy and time into it. If you're meditating for 30 minutes a day, reach out and do it for an hour if you can. The results will really be of great benefit to you in your life. And for some people, it's like, oh, I don't want to do that. But honestly, if you start doing these things, you're going to improve your health. You're going to improve your mental, physical, and emotional well-being. It's going to see results in all areas of your life, especially if you're combining law of attraction, like you're watching your Abraham Hicks, you're saying your affirmations, you're visualizing how you want your life to be, and you're putting energy and attention into that. And of course, the 4-month for you for this month is about putting in effort, doing what needs to be done to get yourself and your life where you want it to be, where it needs to be, moving forward, so that as you move forward in your life, your foundation is really strong and secure, and then therefore you can withstand anything that comes your way. All right, because you have built a fortress of strength and power and stability and security within yourself and around you in your world. So whether you need to do that financially, whether you need to do that physically with your actual home, or whether you need to do that mentally, emotionally, it really doesn't matter. We're all different. We're all dealing with different things in our life, but put the effort in and do that work. The results really are there if you do so. So I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on now to personal year number 8. So you guys are in an 8 year, and the 8 year is the year of manifestation. All right, law of attraction. If you don't already know the intricate details of the manifestation process, you'll want to get onto that as soon as you possibly can, because you'll want to take advantage of this 8 year, the most powerful manifestation year of all. But look at but that's combined with the celestial energies that are shining down upon us. We are manifesting big time, more so than ever before, and that's accelerating by the day. All right. And so it's about you really holding yourself accountable, being on top of your thoughts. And every time you find that you are going below the line and lowering your vibration through negative emotions, whether those negative emotions are anxiety, whether those negative emotions are, jealousy, or, whether those negative emotions are just simple fear and horror and terror, or unforgiveness, or intolerance, or impatience, you've got to hold yourself accountable and monitor yourself and catch yourself out when you're in that space and tweak it. Turn around and go, oh, now I know what I don't want. This doesn't feel good. Monitoring it through your emotions. This doesn't feel good. I don't like the way I feel right now. What am I thinking? Oh, no wonder I feel this way. I'm thinking that way. I've got to adjust it. Cancel, clear, delete. Now that I know what I don't want, what do I want? All right. And changing it around to focusing on the outcome that you do want. What does it look like? What is that outcome that you would rather have? That situation, that environment, that relationship, that experience, that career, that job, that home. What does what you want look like? How does it feel? How would you feel if that was your world right now? And tap into those thoughts, those emotions, that space, and amplify it. Keep it going. Extend it out. Do that more. Think about it more. Put some creative visualization into your day. Make sure that that's part of your meditation program. You do some meditation, and then as you get your meditation out the way, then you're drifting into some creative visualization at the end of it. Combine the two. And you might have little, affirmation notes around your home, reminding you to say some positive affirmations in your day-to-day life. You're also, now I've got to let you know, 8 is also about money, business, and career. All right. So manage your finances. Don't overspend. Budget where you can. Okay. Look for new ways to earn more money, because number 8 with the money number says money comes, money goes. Am I going to end up on top, or am I going to feel like there's just never enough? It's about, again, monitoring your relationship with money and abundance. What do you believe? Do you believe the universe is abundant? Do you believe there's enough to go around? Do you believe that you are attracting abundance and opportunities in your life? Look at those thoughts and look at those programs. Look at those sort of how you think and believe in your relationship towards money and abundance this month. All the time it should be anyway, but especially this month. And take care of any legal matters that may be needing to be taken care of, or any property issues, that kind of thing. Banking, finances, those sorts of issues this month. Now you're in a 5-month for June, and that's because 8 for your personal year number, and then 6 for June. 8 and 6 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. All right, so you're in a 5 personal month. That's a month of change where anything can happen, and it usually does. So let's create some magical change. Tell yourself, I'm in a time where anything can happen, and it usually does. So dare to go for those things that you never thought were possible, because honestly, anything can literally happen in this combination of numbers. It's a very magical combination. All right, try some new things. Go for that promotion that you thought you never had a chance at. Hey, you've got nothing to lose by giving it a go. Why not? This is also a month to make changes. If there's necessary changes that you know you need to make in your life, but you're procrastinating, now's the time to make them. They really have a better chance of being successful in this vibration, because that 5 where anything can happen, and throw the chips and see where they land. You might get lucky, but you definitely got to throw the chips out there. You got to make some moves, take some action, make some changes. Now, some people will have unexpected changes come from left field, things they didn't see coming, and that's the nature of the 5. Your job is to be as flexible and adaptable as you possibly can. Learn how to pivot. All right. No matter what happens, you adjust yourself accordingly, and don't let it take you down. You ride that wave like you're surfing in Hawaii, and you're on top of it, and you're surfing a magical wave that's going to lead you to amazing things. So it's all about attitude and perception, and your ability to adjust yourself regardless of what comes your way. Pivot, be adaptable and flexible. All right. So we've got one more forecast. It's the final one. It's the personal year number 9, which is the year of endings, completion, and transformation. So this is a very powerful year. This is a year where it's the last year in a 9-year cycle, and it's about you learning to let go of what no longer works for you, letting go of the past, letting go of unfixable things, letting go of unresolved issues. Just let them go. Let the past be the past so that you can use that valuable life force energy looking forward to outcomes that you do want, so that you are open to all the new opportunities and beginnings that the universe is sending you. This is the year to let go and let God and monitor what needs to be released and what needs to be forgiven, and then moving forward. You know, 6, and you've got the 9. 9 plus 6. 9 plus 6 is 15. 1 and 5 is 6. So for this month, you're in a month where it's about focusing on the relationships in your life. And those relationships could be friends. They could be with your partner, relationships with family members, but not only just family and ones you're really close to. It could be work colleagues, neighbors, people in the community. And if you work in a service-based career, clients. So there's a lot of a need for you to be there when you're needed. Be that shoulder to cry on. Offer a helping hand where you can. You know, ask, what can I do to help? How can I be of service here? It's also a month where you want to look at your own self-care and make sure that you're welcome, Shelley. Thank you for listening and tuning in. And thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Liz. Thanks for listening. And so I'll leave it with you with the 6. It's really, guys, the main thing to know if you're in this 9, you're in the 6 universal month. Be kind to yourself. Make sure you take care of your self-care and that you love yourself, work on your relationship with yourself, but be there for those who need you. Work on the home, beautify yourself and beautify your life, and know that all is well in your world. So I want to thank you guys for listening. And I hope you have a fantastic day and evening wherever you are in the world, and an amazing June 2023. Take care. Bye.